So this is it?
This is it.
And this is the way it looks?
This is the way it looks.
Well, I suppose in the end you get used to the furnishings?
Depends. Some people do.
Are all the rooms like this?
No, of course not. We get Chinese, Hindus, blacks, everything. What would they want with stuff like this?
And what do they think I want with stuff like this? God, this place is hideous. Well, I was always living with furniture I couldn't stand anyways. And ideas, and people, I liked it.
Oh, you won't find it so bad here. You'll see.
Oh, good, fine, just fine. Just the same, it seems funny to me. You hear all this stuff they say about this place?
What about?
All of this?
You don't believe that crap. People who've never been anywhere near here. Because if they had...
Yes. All right, so where's the thumb screws?
What?
The thumb screws? The whips? The racks?
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. No mirrors, no windows, of course. Nothing breakable. And why did they take away my toothbrush?
Ah, there's your human dignity coming back.
Send me your familiarity, my friend. I know where I am and I know why I'm here. But I'll be gentle.
Take it easy. Relax. No harm meant. But what do you expect? All the guests, they ask me the same questions. So the first thing they ask me is, where's the thumb screws? And I can tell you, when they say that, they're not thinking about that Pepsodent smile of theirs. Yeah, then you get them all relaxed, and the first thing they start wanting is their toothbrush. Now, all I ask is that you just stop and think. Why the hell would you want to brush your teeth here?
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Why should I? Why would I want to look in the mirror? As far as the statue goes, fine. There's probably plenty of times I won't be able to look at it enough. Not enough, you see? What the hell? There's nothing to hide here. I tell you, I'm quite aware of my status here and why I was sent. Do you want to know what it's like to be here? Is that why you're looking at me like that? All right, I'll tell you. It's like drowning in hot water with your eyes above the water. And what do you see? A statue of Napoleon. What a nightmare. That's all right. You don't have to say anything. Probably not allowed to anyways. I know, I'll shut up. But just don't think this whole thing is strange to me. I knew what was coming. I got the whole score behind me and ahead of me. Backwards and forwards. So, no toothbrush. No beds either. You don't sleep, right?
Right?
I'm sure of it. Why would you sleep anyways? You get sleepy, it creeps up on you behind the ears first. You feel your eyes start to shut, but sleep? Then you go sit on the couch and all gone. You're not sleepy anymore. You have to get up, rub your eyes, and go through the whole thing all over again.
You have some imagination.
Hush. I'm not going to make any fuss. I just want to look this whole thing straight in the face and not give it a chance to knife me from the back where I can't see it. Imagination? Well, how's this? You don't get sleepy. Why sleep if you're not sleepy? Correct. Wait a minute. Why is it painful to be here? Why would it naturally have to be torture? I got it. Because it's life without time off. Life without a break.
What do you mean, break?
What do I mean? Hold on, look at me. That's why you got that small cocky look on your face. My God, they're atrophied.
Just what are you talking about?
Your eyelids, we used to close ours. We called it blinking your eyes. A second of darkness, a little black curtain falls and goes back up, and your break is made. It keeps your eyeballs moist and blots out the world. Think how restful it would be. Hundreds rests in an hour. 100 little escapes. So, I'm going to live without eyelids? You know, it's all the same. Without eyelids, without sleep. No more sleep. But how am I going to put up with myself? See, try to understand. Just try hard. I got a mean, nasty kind of disposition, you see, and kind of used to teasing myself. But I can't go on living life that way. Back then, there were nights, and I used to sleep. A wonderful, soft sleep to make up for it. I'd make myself have simple dreams. For instance, there'd be a field of grass. That's all. I'd dream I was walking through it. Is it daytime?
Daytime?
Is it light?
Well, can't you see that the lights are lit?
I see, but outside.
Outside?
On the other side of the wall.
There's a hall.
And at the end of the hall?
More rooms, more halls, stairs.
And then what?
That's all.
You must have a day off once in a while. Where do you go?
Oh, I go and see my uncle on the 3rd floor. He's the bell captain on that floor.
I should have guessed. Where's the light switch here?
There isn't any.
You mean you can't turn the lights off?
Well, the management can shut off the juice, but I don't recall them ever doing it on this floor. We have unlimited service.
All right, so I have to live with my eyes open.
Live?
Hey, let's not twist hairs about words here. With my eyes open, broad daylight, my eyes forever. And if I were to send this statue through the chandelier, you think it'd do the trick?
It's too heavy.
You're right, it's heavy.
Well, if you won't be needing me any longer.
You going? All right, so long. Wait! I can ring for you. You have to come, right?
Oh, yes, but there seems to be something wrong with this one. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It works. You're right. So it does. But don't get your hopes up. It won't last. Well, if you'll excuse me. Yes?
What's this?
Why, it's a letter opener.
You got no mail delivery here?
Nope.
How good is it? That's all right, you can go. No.
Well, here you are, madam. If there's anything you want to ask, usually the guests want some information. Well, it's all the same to me. Besides, if you want to know about the toothbrush, the statue, and the doorbell, this gentleman knows all about it. He can answer your questions just as well as I can.
Where's Florence? I'm asking you a question. Where is Florence?
I haven't any idea.
Is that the best you can do? Torture by separation? Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's a failure. Florence was a little fool and I don't miss her.
I'm sorry, man, but what are you taking me for?
The torturer, I suppose.
I'm sorry, that's very funny. So you came in, you took one look at me and you thought, that's the man that's going to torture me. What a mistake. The stupid bellboy should have introduced us. Torture. Allow me to do the honors. Vincent Cradeau, journalist and writer. And since we seem to be sharing the same headquarters,
Inez Serrano, Mademoiselle.
oh, all right, well, now the ice is broken. Let me ask you, do you feel I have the face of a torturer? Won't you kindly tell me how you recognize one?
They always look as though they're afraid.
Afraid? That's crazy. And of whom? The victims?
I know what I'm talking about. I've seen my own face in the mirror.
Mirror? Impossible. Let's take anything that looks remotely like a mirror out of here. Well, I can assure you I'm not afraid. I don't take the situation lightly. I'm quite aware of the seriousness, but I'm not afraid.
That's your business. You don't happen to get out for a stroll or anything.
The door's bolted.
So much the worse.
Look, I can understand you're not quite happy to find me here with you. As a matter of fact, I'd rather be here by myself. Get a chance to put my life in order, as it were. Get a few things straight in my mind. But I think we could be a great use to each other. See, I don't talk much. I don't even move around much. And I make very little noise. The only thing, if you don't mind me suggesting that, I think we should keep up the greatest politeness towards each other. It'll be our best defense.
I'm not a polite person.
I'll be polite for the both of us.
Your mouth.
I'm sorry?
I suppose you could stop twitching your mouth. It's going round like a top underneath your nose.
Oh, I'm extremely sorry. I didn't even realize.
That's the trouble. You make a point about being polite, yet you leave your face out there in the open. You have no right to inflict the sight of your fear on me.
You're not afraid?
What good would that do? Fear was for before, when there was still hope.
There is no more hope. But we're still before. Whatever is to happen, you know, as it started yet, you know, mademoiselle?
I know, but what is going to happen?
I don't know. I'm just kind of waiting.
Oh no. No, don't take your hands away. I know what's behind. You have no face. Oh. Well, I don't know you.
Not the torturer, ma'am.
I didn't think that's who you were. I thought someone was trying to play a joke on me. Are you still expecting someone else?
Nobody else is coming.
Oh. Well, then we're going to be alone, just the three of us? Oh.
It's not a laughing matter.
Oh, I know, but these divans are so hideous. What kind how they've set them out in a row. I feel as if it were New Year's and I were visiting my Aunt Marie. Each one has his own divan, I suppose. And this one's mine. But I shall never be able to sit down on it. It's frightful. Well, I'm in turquoise and it's upholstered in dark red.
Would you like mine?
That green one. It's awfully nice of you, but I'm afraid it wouldn't do much better. Oh well, what can one expect? Each one has his little prize. Mine's the red one. I'll keep it. Actually, the only one with any chance of matching at all is the one this gentleman's sitting on.
Cradeau, did you hear?
Well, the divan? It's all yours, man.
Thank you. Since we're going to live together, I think we should make each other's acquaintance. I'm Estelle Delauney.
Inez Serrano. I'm delighted.
Vincent, Cradeau.
Is there anything else you'll be needing from me?
No, that's all. I'll ring for you.
You are very pretty to look at. I'm very happy. I just wish I had some flowers to make you feel more at home.
Flowers. I always did love flowers. But they wither here, it's so hot. Oh dear. The important thing, I suppose, is to keep in a good humor. You,
Oh, yes, last week. And you?
Yesterday. The funeral isn't over yet. The wind is blowing my sister's veil around. She's doing all she can to cry. Well, come now, try a little harder than that. Oh, there. 2 tears. 2 tiny little tears shining under the crape. Gabrielle is terribly ugly this morning. She's holding on to her sister's arm. She doesn't dare cry because it would make her mascara run. I must say that in her place, well, after all, she was my best friend.
Did you suffer much?
No, I was barely conscious.
What did you...
Pneumonia. Well, it's over. They're leaving. Good morning. Good morning. Such a lot of handshaking. My husband is absolutely ill and he's so upset. He stayed at home. And you?
Gas.
And you?
Throw a bullet to her carcass. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not a very high-class corpse.
No, you wouldn't use such crude words. After all, what does it really mean? It may very well be that we've all never been so much alive as we are right now. If we absolutely must give a name to this state of affairs, I suggest we call it absence. It sounds so much nicer. Have you been absent long?
About a month.
Where are you from?
Paris.
Have you anyone left back there?
My wife. She used to visit the jail every other day. Never let her leave. She's looking through the bars right now. She doesn't even know that I'm absent, but she suspects. Now she's leaving. She's dressed in all black. So much better she won't have to change. The sun is nice and bright, and she's dressed in all black. Those big eyes, like a victim's. She gets on my nerves.
Monsieur Cradeau.
What?
You're sitting on my divan. You look so wrapped up.
I'm just trying to put my life in order. Might be best for some to do the same.
Oh, my life is in order. Complete order. Did it all by itself back there. I don't have to bother about it here.
Really? You think it's that simple? Gosh, it's heat. May I take...
Oh, please, don't. Can't stand men in their shirt sleeves.
That's all right. I used to spend all night in the copper room. It was always as hot as the jungle in there. Hot as the jungle in there right now. It's not out.
So it is. Already night. Millicent is getting undressed, getting ready for bed. How fast time flies there.
It's night. They've closed the door and sealed the room. It's dark and empty.
They put their coats on the back of the chairs and rolled up their shirt sleeves. It smells of men and cigar smoke. I used to live life that way, with men hanging around with their shirt sleeves.
We don't happen to share the same taste, that's all that proves. And you, did you like men in shirt sleeves?
Shirts or no shirts. Not very fond of men anyway.
But why? Why have they put us together?
What's that?
Well, I look at you both and I think of how we're going to live together and I somehow expected to find friends, relatives.
Lovely friend with the hole in the middle of his face?
Yes, him too. He did the rumble like an absolute professional. But why have they put us together?
Well, perhaps it's just chance. They put the people they can in the order of their arrival. What are you laughing at?
At you and your chance. Do you need to be reassured that badly? They leave nothing to chance.
Perhaps we've met somewhere before.
Never. I never would have forgotten you.
Maybe we have friends in common. Don't you know the Dubois Seymours?
I doubt it very much.
Oh, they're always entertaining. Everyone goes.
What do they do?
Do? Why, nothing. They have that big place at Cannes.
I was a secretary.
Oh, really? Well, then. Of course. And you, Monsieur Cradeau?
I never left Paris. I found enough trouble right there.
Well, in that case, you must be right. Just by chance that we happen to be together.
Chance. And so this furniture here, it's here by accident. It's just an accident that the one on the right is green and the one on the left is red. Just try moving them around. Tell me how that works out. And the statue, is that an accident? And the heat, I tell you, everything has been planned down to the last detail. With the greatest of care. This room was made for us. It's been waiting for us.
But why should it be? Everything about it is so ugly. It's so hard and angular. I always hated angles.
Do you think I lived in a room like this?
Well, then you think that everything has been arranged.
Everything. And we're well matched, too.
And it's not by chance that you happen to be sitting opposite me. What are they waiting for?
I don't know, but they're waiting. That's for sure.
I can't stand it. Someone expects me to do something. Right away, I get the most awful urge to do just the contrary.
Well, then go ahead. Do it. You don't even know what they expect you to do.
It's so nerve-wracking. Something's supposed to happen to me because of you two. Because of you two. I've seen faces that meant something to me right off, and you're saying nothing at all.
Come now. Why are we together? You already said too much. Skip to the end.
I don't know anything about it.
You got to know.
If only each of us had the courage to tell. Estelle, why are you here? What did you do?
But I don't know. I haven't the vaguest idea. I even have a feeling that it must all be a mistake. Well, don't smile. Think of all the people who become absent every day. They come here by the thousands and are dealt with by mere underlings, uneducated employees. How can there help being an error now and then? Well, don't laugh. It's a perfectly reasonable idea. And you, why don't you say something? Well, maybe they didn't make a mistake in my case, but perhaps in yours. Yours too, maybe. Well, don't you think it's better to think we're here by mistake?
Is that all you had to tell us?
What more do you want to know? I don't have anything to hide. I was an orphan and had no money. I was trying to bring up my younger brother. There was an old friend of my father's who wanted to marry me. He had a lot of money and was rather nice, so I accepted. What would you have done in my place? My brother's health was frightfully delicate, and it was terribly difficult to give him the kind of care that he needed. I lived for 6 years with my husband without a shadow of trouble or unhappiness. We both knew it the minute we saw each other. He wanted me to run away with him, but of course I wouldn't. Then I had my pneumonia. That's all. Well, I suppose I could be blamed for sacrificing my youth to an old man. Do you think that's wrong?
Certainly not. Do you think it's wrong to live according to your principles?
I don't see how anyone could be blamed for it.
I edited a newspaper that had a reputation for telling the truth. I had a bold policy. The truth. Whether they liked it or not, the hell with the consequences. That was my motto. He called me a fearless journalist. I always came out against war. Pacifist. Not the milk-sop kind, but militantly against all war. At the dancing, I went right ahead preaching the gospel of peace. But France fell. Was I supposed to change all my principles because they happened to find favor with the Germans? My enemies denounced me as a traitor. They said I had sold out. Fools. I was for the brotherhood of man. But mine was a lost cause. The fools had their way at the end. They shot me. I folded my arms and they shot me. Where's the blame there? What did I do wrong?
You did nothing wrong. You're
A hero. And so it's as simple as that.
Well, almost. Perhaps not quite.
Was lucky that you didn't have anyone depending on you then. No family.
I had a wife, but what about it? I took her out to get her to marry her.
well, you see.
I say, who are you putting this act on for anyway? We're all in this together.
Together.
Criminals together. We're in hell, and there's no mistaking that. People are not damned for no reason.
Stop it.
In hell, damned. Damned!
Stop it! Will you stop? Forbid you to use such coarse words.
I said damn. Did you hear that, Salvation Nell? And you too, you great big clean-cut hero. Well, we had our day, didn't we? People suffered. They went through their agonies because of us, and we thought it was pretty amusing. Well, it's got to be paid for now.
You shut up.
Wait. I see. I know why they've put us together.
Be careful what you say. We don't want to hear it anyways. We're here. Isn't that enough for you?
No. No. This is too good to keep secret. It's clever. Very clever. There's no physical torture, right? No nail pulling, no roasting at the spit, and yet we're in hell, and there's no one else coming. It's just us.
No.
Well, the point is this. They've saved on the hired help. The customers serve themselves. It's a cafeteria.
What do you mean?
Each one of us is the torturer of the other two.
No. No. I won't provide your tortures for you. I have nothing against you, and I want nothing to do with you. It's perfectly simple. So here we are, each one in their little corner. It's a game. You'll be here, you there, and I'll be here. In silence, not a word. Each one of us has enough to do worrying about themselves. I could say 10,000 years without saying a word.
You have to be quiet.
Yes. And we'll be saved. Just be quiet, look inside yourself, and never lift your head once. Agreed?
Agreed. I agree.
Oh, okay, well, goodbye.
You don't have a mirror.
all alone, you might at least get me a looking glass.
I have one in my bag. It's gone. They must have taken it when I came in here. Oh, what a bore. Ooh. What's the matter?
It feels so strange. Don't you ever feel that way? When I can't see myself, I can't even feel myself. I begin to wonder if I even exist at all.
You're lucky. I can always feel myself inside.
Oh yes, inside. Everything that goes on in one's head is so vague, it puts me to sleep. There are 6 huge mirrors in my bedroom. I can always see them, but they can't see me. They reflect the bed, the window, the rug. How empty a mirror is when I can't see myself in it. Whenever I had to speak to anyone, I would always make sure I could see myself. I'd be talking and I could see myself talking. I could see what I looked like to other people, and it sort of kept me awake. Oh, my makeup. I just know I put it on all wrong. I simply can't go through eternity without a mirror.
Won't you let me be your mirror? Come, I invite you over to my house. Come sit on my divan.
But
Oh, we won't pay any attention to him.
we're going to hurt each other. You said so yourself.
Do I look like I want to hurt you?
You never know.
It's you who are going to hurt me, but what does it matter? If I have to suffer, it may as well be at your hands. Come, sit. Sit down. Come, closer, closer. Look into my eyes. What do you see?
Well, I can see myself, but... Well, I can hardly see myself. I'm so tiny.
I see you. All of you. Go on, ask me questions. You'll see a mirror could never be so faithful.
Monsieur Cradeau, we must be bothering you with our silly chatter.
He doesn't count anymore. It's just us. Go on, ask me questions.
Is my lipstick on straight?
No, not very.
I knew it. Luckily, no one saw. Start again.
Oh, no. Follow the line of the lips. Let me know. Let me know. Yes. There. That's it.
Is it as good as it was before, when I came in?
Better. It's heavier. More cruel. The perfect makeup for hell.
And it looks all right. It's such a nuisance I can't check for myself. I swear it looks all right.
Would I lie to you, my sweet?
Swear that it looks all right.
You're beautiful.
Oh, but have you any taste? Have you my taste? Oh, it's so nerve-wracking.
I have the same taste as you because I like you. Look at me. Right at me. Smile at me. Aren't I better than any mirror?
I don't know. You're a little terrifying. My reflection in the mirror was caught there. I knew it so well I could do what I liked with it. I'm going to smile and it's going to go into your eyes, and heaven only knows what will happen to it there.
What's to stop you from catching me? Won't you call me Inez?
It's awfully hard for me to call women by their first names.
Especially secretaries. What is that? Is that a pimple?
Where? On my cheek? Oh, how dreadful!
You see? I'm a mirror to catch little mice in. And you're my little mouse. I've got you. Don't worry. There's nothing there. Nothing at all. But what if the mirror would begin to lie? Or if I should close my eyes and not look at you anymore? And what would you do with all that beauty? Don't worry. I'll keep my eyes wide open. I have to look at you. And I'll be nice. Very nice, but you will call me Inez.
Do you like me, Inez?
Very much.
Wish he'd look at me too.
Because he's a man. Well, you win. Why don't you look at her? Oh, cut the comedy! You haven't missed a word of what we were saying.
You're right. Not one word. Not even with my fingers in my ears, you're gabbling it right through. You're gonna leave me alone or not? I had nothing to do with you. You understand?
You want something to do with her? Oh, I see right through you. You think she'll be more interested if you sit there thinking like a big man.
I told you to leave me alone. There's somebody talking about me at the paper and I want to listen. I don't give a good goddamn about your little friend if that makes you feel any better.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Halfwits.
There! I begged you to stop talking.
Cheat again? She offered me her mirror and I didn't ask her for anything.
No, you were just making faces so he'd look at you.
And what if I were?
Are you crazy? Both of you. Can't you see where this is leading us? Shut up, for God's sake. Now, we're going to go sit back quietly, and each one is going to forget that the other exists.
Get childish. I can feel you down to my very bones. Everything you don't say yells itself in my ears. I can hear your brain going tick-tock, tick-tock, like an alarm clock, and I know you can hear mine. You just want to sit there and look over this room. Every sound comes to my ears dirty because you have heard it on the way. And my face, you've stolen my face. I don't know what it looks like anymore, and you do. And her, you've stolen her. If we were alone, do you think that she would treat me the way she does? Take your hand away from your face. I will not leave you alone. You need to just sit there, all wrapped up in yourself like Buddha, while I sit here with my eyes closed, knowing that every sound that she made, even down to the rustle of her dress, was for you, sending you smiles that you didn't even see. Well, I won't have it. I want to choose my own hell. I want to look right at you and fight in the open.
All right. I suppose it's inevitable. They managed us as if we were children. They have put me up with men. Men know how to shut up. No. But I suppose you can't ask for too much. You like me, baby? Got a feeling you do.
Don't touch me.
Ah, come on, be yourself. You know I like the women a lot. You didn't know that. They like me a lot too. So let's just take it easy here. There's nothing to hide. Manners, for what? Ceremony, what for? This is private. And in a little while, we'll be as naked as the day we were born.
Oh, leave me alone.
As the day we were born! I warned you. I asked for nothing but peace and a little silence. I had my fingers in my ears. Duvall was talking. He was standing in between the tables. All the guys in the copper room were listening. In shirt sleeves. Trying to get what he was saying. Couldn't get it. Everything goes by so fast on Earth. But you couldn't shut up. Not for 1 second. Well, it's over now. Whatever he thought about me has gone back inside his head. But we have to go on as naked as the day we were born. I want to know what I'm dealing with.
You know. You know now.
As far as any one of us hasn't told why we're here, we won't know anything. You there. Start. Tell us why. If you're straight with us, it might save us a lot of trouble. Come on, tell us why.
But I don't know. They wouldn't tell me.
No, they wouldn't answer me either. But I know myself. You afraid of talking first? All right, I'll start. But it's not very pretty.
We already know. You were a collaborator.
That is enough of it. Don't talk about that ever. I'm here because I tortured my wife. That's all. For 5 years. And of course, she's still suffering now. There she is. As soon as I talk about her, I can see it. It's the ball I really want to know about, so of course it's my wife I see. What the hell is the ball? 5 years. Huh, what do you know? They're giving her back my stuff. She's sitting by the window with my jacket on her knees. The one with the 12 holes. The blood looks like rust. The edge of the holes are rusty. Ha! It's a museum piece. A historic garment. Now wore it. Are you gonna cry? I bet you end up crying. I used to come home blind drunk, smelling of liquor and women. And she had been waiting up all night. But she never cried. Never a word of reproach, of course. Just her eyes. Can't be sorry. Oh, it's snowing now. Are you gonna cry? There's a woman that was born to be a martyr.
Why did you make her suffer?
Because it was easy. All she needed was a word to make her change color. She was so sensitive. But never a word of blame from her. Oh, I'm a great one for teasing, though. I had to wait and wait. Never a whine, never a reproach. Found her in the street, you understand? Just a little too big. Now she's running her hand over the coat without looking at it. Her fingers are filling out the holes as if she were blind. What are you waiting for? What do you think is gonna happen? I tell you, I don't regret anything. Her whole trouble was that she admired me too much. Can you understand that?
No, I wasn't admired.
Oh, so much the better for you then. All of this must seem very abstract to you. But here's a little story. I had brought a mulatto girl home to live. Oh, what nights. My wife slept downstairs on the first floor. She must have heard us. You know what she did in the morning? She got up first.
And made breakfast for you.
Yes, and brought it to us in 2 little trays.
Louse.
Oh, I'll grant you that. But a very special louse to her. Huh? No, nothing. It's the ball, but he isn't talking about me. You said louse? Hell, if I wasn't a louse, what would I be doing here? And in your case?
I was, what they call back there, one of those women. Already damned, you know, so this is no surprise.
That's all?
No. There was the business with Florence, but all 3 of us are dead. There's nothing there. It's first him, then she, then I. I'm satisfied that there's nothing left. Just the little room. I see it from time to time. At least they've taken the seal off the door. It's for rent. There's a sign in the window. For rent. It's a mockery.
3. Did you say 3?
3.
A man and 2 women.
Yes.
Wow. He killed himself.
That guy? No, he wasn't up to it. But he had suffered enough. It was a trolley car that hit him. Isn't that a laugh? I lived with him. He was my cousin.
Florence was a blonde.
Blonde. You know, I may have no regrets about my life, but don't think I like going over all of this.
Come on out with it. You poisoned her mind against him, right?
Yes. Little by little. Word here, a word there. For instance, he had this habit. When he drank, he would blow into the cup with his nose. Oh, soft, vulnerable. What are you laughing?
I'm not vulnerable.
That remains to be seen. He sort of slipped into her mind until she began to see him through my eyes. And in the end, there she was, in my hands. We took a room across town.
No one.
in the trolley car. I used to say to her every day after it happened, "Well, kid, you got rid of him." I'm malicious. I'm bad, I know.
I am too.
No. With you, it's something else.
What?
You're just trying to prove something to yourself.
For what?
I'll tell you later. But me, I'm bad. I know it. I have to see other people suffer to even exist. A torch in their hearts. And when I'm alone, I go out. For 6 months, I flamed in her heart. Burned everything. And then one night, she got up, turned on the gas. I didn't hear her. Got back into bed with me, and that was it. What?
Oh, nothing. That's nasty business.
Of course, it's nasty business. So what?
Oh, you're right. Your turn. What do you do?
I told you, I don't know. Keep asking myself, but it's no good.
All right, we'll help you. The guy with the smashed up face. Who was it?
What guy?
You know who I'm talking about. The one you were afraid of when you came in.
Friend.
Why are you afraid of him?
You no right to be asking me all this.
He killed himself because of you.
Well, certainly not. Are you mad?
Then why are you afraid of seeing him? He blew his face off, right?
Stop it. Stop.
And he did it because of you.
Yes, the gun went off because of you.
Will you stop? You're awful. I need to get out of here. I've got to go.
Go on now. Nothing would please me better. Only, it happens, the door seems to be locked from the outside.
Monstrous.
Completely monstrous. So what? So, he killed himself because of you. He was your lover.
Naturally, he was her lover. And he wanted her all to himself. Isn't that true?
He did the rumble like an absolute professional, but he had no money.
We asked, was he poor?
Yes, he was poor.
And then you had your reputation to take care of. And then one day, he begged you to go away with him. And you laughed at him.
Yes, you laughed at him and then he killed himself, isn't that right?
Is that the way you looked at Florence?
Yes.
You're not even warm, you two. He wanted me to have a child by him. There. Are you satisfied?
He didn't want you.
No. The baby was born anyways. We took a trip to Mexico for 5 months. No one knew anything about it. It was a girl. Roger was there when she was born. He really wanted a child. I didn't.
And what happened?
There was a balcony. Out over the rocks, the hotel was on a cliff by the ocean. I went outside and brought in a huge stone. He was yelling, "Estelle, please, please!" Crying. He was disgusting. I loathed him. He saw it all happen. He looked out over the balcony afterward and watched the waves where it had gone down.
And then what?
Well, then I went back to New York and he did what he felt like doing.
That is, he blew his face off.
I'm afraid he did. It was completely unnecessary. My husband never suspected anything. Oh, I hate you both.
Useless. The tears won't flow here. The heat.
I'm such a coward. I'm so cowardly. Oh, if you only knew how much I hate you.
Poor little thing. All right, the grilling's over. You don't have to go on looking like the executioner.
Oh, executioner tongue. I give anything to see myself in the mirror right now. God, it's hot. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
You can stay in shirt sleeves now.
Yes. You mustn't be angry with me, Estelle.
I'm not. I don't have anything against you.
And me. Do you have anything against me?
Yes.
Well, Cradeau, here we are, naked as the day we were born. Does it help at all? Is anything clearer to you?
Don't know. Perhaps a little. Couldn't we, try to help each other out?
Don't need your help.
Inez, you got the wires hopelessly tangled. If you make the least gesture, if you fan yourself, Estelle and I feel it. No one of us can save ourselves alone. We all either gotta lose everything together, or we can save ourselves together. You can take your choice. What's that?
They rented it. It's rented. There's a man sitting on my bed. The windows are wide open. They rented it. Oh no, come in. Don't be bashful. It's a woman. She's walking toward the man. She's putting her hands on his shoulders. Turn on the light. It's so dark. I can't see anything. Is he going to kiss her? That room is mine! It's mine. They turn on the light. What are they whispering about? Are they going to make love on my bed? She says it's noon in broad daylight, then I must be going blind. It's over. Well, I guess that's goodbye to the earth. No more alibi. I'm empty. I'm completely dead. And all of me is here. You were talking about helping me. You said something about helping me.
Yes.
Helping me do what?
Frustrate your plans.
In exchange?
You help me, Inez. So simple. All you need is a little goodwill.
Goodwill. Where am I going to get that? I am rotted away. All of me.
What about me? Just the same. Suppose to try.
I'm trying. I can't give or take either one. A dead branch ready to burn. Florence was a real blonde.
Do you realize that this girl is going to be your inquisitioner?
I have a pretty good idea.
They'll use her to get you down. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not even paying her any attention. If only you can do the same.
What?
It's a trap. You're being watched to see if you fall into it.
Of course it's a trap. You're a trap. Do you think they haven't foreseen your words? And all the traps and everything that we say, traps in what we can't see. I'm a trap. A trap for her. And it just may be that I will get her.
You won't catch anything. We just chase after each other like so many horses on a merry-go-round. And no one will ever catch up with anyone. Rest assured they got everything planned out. Let go, Inez. Open up your hands and let your prey go. If you don't, you'll bring us all to grief. All three of us.
Do I look like somebody who lets her prey go?
I know what's before me. I'm going to burn. I am burning, and I know there will never be an end to it. Do you think that matters? I know everything. I won't give up. She will see you through my eyes the way Florence saw him. And what you need, well, I'll bring grief to all three. I'm telling you that I know everything, and I can't even have pity on myself. A trap. Of course I'm in a trap, and so much the better if that's the way they want it.
I can have pity on you. Look at me. We're naked. Naked to the bone. And I know you're right in your heart. It gives us something in common. Do you think I want to hurt you? Look, I'm not sorry for what's happened, and I'm not complaining. I'm dried up too, just like you. But somehow, I can have pity on you.
Take your hands off me. I can't stand to have other people touch me. And keep your pity. Don't you forget, Cradeau, there are traps for you in this room. For you, made especially for you. You'd be better to mind your own business. Now, if you'll leave us completely alone, the little one here and me, I'll see to it that you're not hurt. At least not by us.
All right, so Margot.
Cradeau, help!
What do you want from me?
Well, you can help me.
You better talk to her.
I'm begging you. Would you promise me, Cradeau? You promised. Quick. I can't bear being left alone, and Millicent has gone off with him to dance.
Off with who?
Ricardo. Oh, they're dancing now.
Who's Ricardo?
Little dope I know. He was in love with me. He used to call me his fountain of inspiration, and she dragged him off to a nightclub.
Did you love him?
He was sitting down again. She's all out of breath. I don't know why she bothers to try to dance. This is to help her reduce. Certainly not. Of course I don't love him. He's exactly 18, and I don't happen to be that sort of monster.
Well, then what does it matter? Leave them alone.
But he was mine.
Nothing on earth is yours.
He was mine.
Yes, he was yours. Try and touch him now. Go ahead, try. Millicent can touch him, can't she? Can't she? She can hold his hands and touch his knees.
She's pushing that huge bosom of hers under his nose, blowing in his face. Tom Thumb. Poor little Tom Thumb. How can you stand it? Why don't you burst out laughing in her face? All she would need would be one good look from me, and she would never dare. Why really nothing? Nothing at all?
Not anymore. And nothing of you is left on earth. Everything you own is here. Do you want the paper cutter or the statue, the gold chair? It's yours. And I'm yours, my sweet. I'm yours forever.
Mine? All right. Well, which one of you would dare call me your fountain of inspiration? Hmm? You're not a fool. Neither one of you. You know perfectly well I'm as low as they come. Ricardo, sweet. Think of me. Think of me and no one else. Defend me. Because as long as you think my fountain of inspiration, my darling fountain of inspiration, I'm only half you. I'm only half guilty. Still your fountain. Back there, near you. She's as red as a lobster. Now really, it's impossible. You know we've laughed at her 100 times. Well, what's that piece they're playing? It's one of my favorites. Well, go on! Dance! I do see you, with your hair coming down and your face all crooked, and I see you stepping all over his feet. It's a scream, you die laughing. Well, go on, master! He's pulling her and pushing her all across the dance floor. It's indecent. He used to say to me, "You're light as a feather." Well, go on, you two, keep it up! But I see you, I tell you. She doesn't care. She goes right on dancing in front of my face. She says to him, "Our dear Estelle." What do you mean, our dear Estelle? Stop it. Be quiet. You didn't shed one tear at the funeral. But she says to him, "Our dear Estelle." She has the nerve to talk to him about me. Well, you might at least try and keep time. Or she can't talk and dance at the same time. What's... No. Don't tell him. Keep him. Take him away with you. Do whatever you want with him, but don't tell him. All right. He's yours now. She told him everything, Cradeau. Roger, the trip to Mexico, the baby. It's all come out now. Poor Estelle was not exactly... Well, she's right, I wasn't. Shaking his head sort of sadly, but I can't say he looks very upset. Well, go on. Keep him. No one to fight you over his long eyelashes and his girlish face. He used to call me his crystal. His inspiration. Well, I guess the crystal's just a little bit damaged now. Well, go on, dance! Dance! Keep time! 1, 2. Give everything in the world to go back for just an instant, for just one tiny minute, and dance. Can't hear the music very well anymore. Well, it must be a rumba, but why are they playing it so softly? And they turn the lights down. Louder! Far away. I can't hear anything at all anymore. That's it. Earth has left me. Look at me, Cradeau. Take me in your arms. Cradeau.
Talk to her.
Don't go away! Well, are you a man or aren't you? Stop looking off that way. Is my face so difficult to see? I have pretty hair. Someone did kill himself for my sake. Well, if you won't look at me, you'll have to look at something. It'll be the statue or the couches, and I do think I'm rather more pleasant to look at. Listen. I've fallen out of their hearts back there. Like a baby bird out of its nest. Won't you pick me up? Take me into your heart. See how sweet I can be?
So talk to her.
To her? But she's a woman. She doesn't count.
I don't count. But my poor dear little bird, I've held you in my heart for a long, long time. Don't be afraid. I'll keep watch over you without even blinking my eyes. You live in my eyes like A speck of dust and a ray of sunlight.
A ray of sunlight. Can't you see you played your trump card a while ago? Don't you know it didn't do you any good?
Estelle, my inspiration, my crystal.
Your crystal! Don't be ludicrous. But who are you trying to fool? Come now, we all know that I threw the kid out the window. The crystal is shattered into 1,000 pieces and I don't give a damn. I'm just a skin, but it is not for you to touch.
Come on, be whatever you want to be. An angel or a monster. You will find in my eyes you can be who you really want to be.
Leave me alone. You have no eyes. What have I got to do to get you to leave me alone? This?
No. Cradeau, you will pay for this.
So you want a man?
Hey, man. No. You.
Cut all that. Any man would fit the bill. I happen to be right here, and I do just fine. I have nothing for you to get excited about. Not a little dope, and I don't rumble.
Take you as you are. Perhaps I'll change you.
I doubt it. I'll be absent-minded. I have other things in my mind.
What other things?
You wouldn't be interested.
I'll sit in your place and wait for you to pay attention to me.
You strumpet, flat on her back. And he isn't even good looking. Or doesn't he have to be? Just brave, perhaps.
Don't listen to her. She has no ears. She has no eyes. She doesn't count.
I'll give you what I can, babe. It isn't much. I won't love you. I wouldn't be able to. I know you too well.
Do you want me?
Yes.
Well, that's all I ask.
Then?
Cradeau, Estelle! Are you mad? I'm here!
I see you. So what?
In front of me? You can't!
And why not? I always undressed in front of my maid.
Leave her alone. Leave her alone! Take those filthy nail hands off
No,
of
you
her!
don't. Not a gentleman, remember? And I don't mind hitting a woman.
Cradeau, you promised! I beg you, you promised!
You were the one who broke the pact.
Fine. Do what you want. There's two of you against one. But just remember, I will be watching. Cradeau, do you hear? You'll have to do everything right in front of me. Oh my God! I hate both of you. Go on, make love. Make your love. But just remember, this is hell. And you will get your turn to suffer.
Your lips.
Don't pay her any mind.
Her? Who's thinking of her? Devolves at the paper. Close all the windows. Must be winter. 6 months. 6 months since I was, I think I warned you, I'd be preoccupied. You kept the clothes on or something. It's funny to see them cold out here. This time, he's talking about me.
Might at least tell me what he's saying.
Nothing. He's not saying anything. He's a louse. Goddamn louse, that's all. Let's get back to us. Would you be able to love me?
Who knows?
Will you have confidence in me?
Confidence? Well, what a funny question. You'll be right here in front of me the whole time, and goodness knows you won't see me with Inez.
I meant another kind of confidence. Go on. Say what you want. I'm not there to defend myself. So you gotta have confidence in me.
What a mess you made. Can't you see? You have my lips, my arms, my whole body. How simple it could be. Confidence. I haven't any confidence to give. Sort of an embarrassing question. You must have really done something horrible to keep asking me for my confidence in this way.
I was executed.
For collaborating, I know. And then what?
I never collaborated. He's a fast talker. He puts the blame where it belongs. He doesn't say what should have been done. Was I going to go to the general and say, well, General, I decided not to go to war? They would have put me in jail right there. I wanted to show them. I got on the train. He stopped me halfway.
Where were you trying to go?
Geneva, ultimately. Well, say something.
What do you want me to say? That you did right to leave? Darling, how can I possibly know how you want me to answer?
But Precious, you're supposed to tell him he ran away like a lion. Because he did run away. Your big, darling, sweet man. Isn't that what's bothering you?
Ran away, left, call it what you like.
But you had to run away. Otherwise, you would have been shot down in the streets.
Well, naturally. Estelle, am I a coward?
Darling, how should I know? You get inside your mind. You'll have to decide that.
I can't.
Well, after all, you must have had a reason for doing what you did.
Yes, I had.
Well then.
Or was it the real reason?
You are so complicated.
Wanted to live in order to go on with my life's work. But sometimes I wondered, was it the real reason?
That is the question. Was it the real reason? Ask yourself that, because wasn't staying alive more important than everything else?
Shut up. Used to walk back and forth in my cell, night and day. From the windows to the door, from the doors to the window. I smile at myself. I get on my own trail. Seems as though I spent a whole lifetime just asking myself questions. And then somehow, the action had come by itself. I got on the train, yes, that's for certain. But why? Why? At the end, I thought my death was decided. If I had died like a man, I would have proved that I'm not a coward.
And how did you die, Cradeau?
Badly. It was just a bodily weakness. I'm not ashamed of what's happened. Only everything was left up in the air. Come here. Look at me. I need someone to look at me while they're talking about me back there. I like your brown eyes.
Brown eyes, I like that. And Estelle, do you like cowards?
Only you knew how little it matters. Coward or not, so long as he kisses well.
They're rocking their heads back and forth, puffing on their cigars, bored stiff. And they're thinking, Cradeau's a coward, very soft, feed me. But oh, you gotta think of something. Cradeau's a coward. That's what they all decided, my pals. In another 6 months, they'll be saying, it's yellow as Cradeau. You two are lucky. Everyone on Earth has forgotten you. My life's harder to put out.
And your wife, Cradeau?
My wife what? She's dead.
Dead.
Oh, I must have forgotten to tell you. She died a little while ago, about 2 months ago when Estelle was dancing.
Couldn't take it any longer, I suppose.
Well, of course. What else would she have died from? Well, that's that. The war is over. My wife's dead. But I've gone down into history.
Darling, look at me. Look at me, darling. Touch me. Put your hand on my throat. Don't move. Leave it there. They're all going to die, one by one. What does it matter what they think? Forget them. I'm all that's left.
They won't forget. They may die, but others will come that'll take their place. I left my life in their hands.
You think too much.
And what else is there to do? In the past, I used to act. Just to go back for one day. I put a stop to it all. But I'm out of the game now. They're making out the score as if I didn't exist. They're right. I'm dead. Dead as a rat. I've gone into public domain.
Cradeau.
That you? Look, you're gonna do me a favor. No, don't shrink back. I know it might seem strange to you that anybody would ask you for help. You're not quite used to it. But if you would make an effort, I think we could really love each other. See, 1,000 of them are saying that I'm a coward. But what's 1,000? If there was one, just one soul, that would say I didn't run away, that I could have run away, that I was a man, and that I had some courage. I know I would say, would you believe in me? I'd love you more than I could ever love myself.
Idiot. Dear idiot. Do you think that I could love a coward?
But you were saying that
I was making fun of you before. I like men, Cradeau. Men with rough skin and strong hands. You haven't got a coward's chin. Your mouth doesn't belong to a coward. Your hair isn't that of a coward. I love you for those things. Your mouth, your voice, your hair.
is it true?
Do you want me to swear it?
Then I defy them all. The ones out there and the ones here. Estelle, we're going to get out of hell. What is it?
She doesn't believe a word of what she's saying. How can you be so stupid? Estelle, am I a coward? If you only knew how little it meant to her one way or the other.
Don't listen to her. If you want me to have confidence in you, you'll have to begin to have some in me.
Oh, of course. Have confidence in her. She needs a man, that's true. She wants a man's arms around her waist. She wants a man's smell. She wants a man's eyes full of a man's desires. But beyond that, she'd tell you you are God Almighty if that's what she thought you really wanted to hear.
Estelle, is this true? Answer me, is it?
I don't understand a word of all this talk. It's so exasperating. Even if you were a coward, I would love you just the same. Wasn't that enough for you?
You both disgust me.
What are you doing?
I'm getting out.
You won't get far, the door's locked.
You'll open it.
Don't get excited, the bell doesn't work.
Oh, I said they'll open it, damn it. I can't take any more of you two.
Cradeau!
Get out of here. You're even lower than she is. I don't want to see your eyes. I don't want to sink down into them. They're like a swamp. You're wet, you're soft, like an octopus.
Please don't leave. I won't talk anymore. I'll leave you absolutely alone. Just don't go. Inez, she's bared her claws. I'm afraid to be left alone with her.
Shit for yourself. I didn't invite you here. Oh, you coward.
Coward. It's true, you are a coward.
Oh, sweetheart, are you happy now? You spit in my face to get with him, and now we have our little spat. Now the old killjoy's gone off to leave the ladies to their own devices.
It's gonna do you any good. The door opens, I'm going out.
Where?
Anywhere. Further from you, the better.
Open up. I'll take them all. The boots, the tongs, the molten lead, the tweezers, whatever you got. I want some real suffering. Let's have 1,000 gashes. Let's have the acids and the whips. Anything but this pain. Anything but this tickling that never hurts enough. Damn it, will you open up this door?
Go!
I wonder why that door opened up.
Go quick. Go ahead. Go quick.
not going.
Estelle? Well, which one of the three of us is gonna go, huh? Coast is clear, there's nobody stopping us. Oh my God, it's a scream. We are inseparable.
Inseparable.
Cradeau, quick, help me. We'll drag her in the hall. We'll shut the door behind her. Then she'll see we're inseparable. Go out of that
Let her go!
Well, you're mad. She hates you.
I'm staying on her account.
On my account? Well, then close the door. It's 10 times hotter in here with it open. On my account.
Yes. You know what a coward is.
Yes, I do.
And you know what evil and shame and fear means. And there have been times when you've seen yourself right into your heart. And it was like cracking your own bones. And the next morning, you no longer knew what it all meant. You couldn't make out what you haven't went through the night before. Yes, you know the price of evil. And if you say I'm a coward, it's because you know what cowardice is. Am I right?
Yes.
You're one of my kind. You're the one I had to convince. Did you think I'd leave? I couldn't leave. I couldn't leave you here with all those thoughts in your head about me. All those ideas crowing over me.
You really want to convince me?
It's the only thing I want. I can't hear them back there any longer. It's probably because they're all through with me. There's only you two to think of me. She doesn't count. But you. You who hates me. If you believe in me, you can save me.
Won't be easy. Look at me. I'm a pretty hard customer.
I'll give you all the time you need.
Oh, yeah. You have all the time in the world.
Look. Everyone has his own aim in life. Never gave a damn about money or love. I wanted to be a man. Tough one. I put all my eggs in one basket. How can anyone so yellow choose the most dangerous course? Do you think you could judge a whole lifetime by a single act?
Why not? Spent 30 years trying to convince yourself you were brave until you believed it. And of course, you allowed yourself 1,000 little weaknesses because everything's permitted for heroes. How convenient. And then at the crucial moment, when you were cornered, you decided to go to Switzerland.
I didn't just dream of being a hero. I determined to be one. You are what you want to be.
You can only tell what a man really wants from his acts.
I died too soon. I wasn't given any time to perform any acts on my own.
You always die too soon. Or too late. You died too late. And there was your life. All behind you. The figures are all there, Cradeau. They just need to be added up. After all, what are you, if not your life?
You bitch! You have an answer to everything.
It ought to be easy to persuade me. Find the right argument. Make an effort. Well, I told you you were vulnerable. And how you'll pay for it now. You're yellow, Cradeau. Yellow. You're yellow because that's the way I want it. I want you to be yellow. Did you hear me, Cradeau? And look at me. So weak, just a breath. The only thing of me that even exists is that I'm thinking about you, that I'm looking at you. Oh, look at those big male hands opening. What are you going to do, Cradeau? You've got to convince me. Hands cannot catch thoughts. You must convince me. I've got you.
Cradeau,
What?
get even.
How?
Kiss me and make her watch.
You know, you're right, Inez. You may got me. But I got you too.
Coward. Coward. That's right. Play the ladies against each other.
Yell, Inez, yell.
Oh, what a lovely couple. If you could just see his big fat paws spread across your back. Oh, and they're wet. They're sweating. It's gonna leave a big blue stain on your dress.
Yell, scream, Inez. Only tighter will make her crazy.
Yes, tighter. Tighter. Love's fine, isn't it, Cradeau? It's soft and deep like sleep. And I'll keep you awake.
Don't listen. I'm right here. My lips, I'm all yours.
What are you waiting for, Cradeau? Do as you're told. Cradeau the coward has Estelle the baby killer in his arms. Bets are open, folks! Will he kiss her? I see you. I see you. I'm a crowd all by myself. The mob. Do you hear them, Cradeau? Do you hear them? Coward! 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 Do you want to get away? Well, you can't. What are you looking for in her lips? You trying to forget? Well, I won't forget you. It's me you have to convince. It's me. What are you waiting for? Come on. See Estelle? He's letting go. He minds like a dog. You'll never get her.
It's never going to get dark.
Never.
You always see me.
Always.
The statue. Well, this is the moment. I'm looking at the statue, and I'm realizing that I'm in hell. I tell you, everything was planned. They knew I'd be in front of this mantle, with my hand on this statue, with all these eyes devouring me. You're only two. I thought there'd be a lot more of you. You remember being roasted on the spit sulfur and brimstone. What a laugh, as if they needed it. Hell is just other people.
Darling,
Leave me alone. I can't with her between us.
she won't watch any longer.
What are you doing? I'm already dead.
Dead?
Dead, 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 dead. You can't do it with a knife, or guns, or poison. It's already been done. And we're here together. Forever. Forever. Oh, God, it's so funny.
You don't have a mirror. You know, a little hand mirror. Anything?